So, you want a reef tank update, do you? Well, first, let me feed the fish. So, as you can see here, these little guys are a lot of fun, and they love to eat out my hand. Pretty much every time I feed them, I stick my hand in the tank and let them eat out my hand. It's quite a fun experience for me. The main downside to this is, of course, when I come to do a water change, guess what happens? I get bitten. But luckily these guys are still really small, so it doesn't hurt. And what a fantastic looking tank, if I do say so myself. Crystal clear water, that lovely purple rock structure, bright white sand, and of course those lovely beautiful little orange clownfish. And throughout this video, if you take a closer look, I'm sure you're going to notice a little shell moving around. I don't know if you can see him there in the left hand corner. That's my hermit crab, and he's a cool little guy. I got him because I started getting a bit of algae. That's the main issue I've run into recently, is a bit of the dreaded long hair algae. Unlike in a tropical aquarium, long hair algae can be quite difficult to get rid of in a tropical freshwater aquarium, as there's not a lot of things that are going to eat it. Shrimp do an okay job sometimes, but yeah, in a reef tank that's not the case. There's lots of things. There's snails, crabs, hermit crabs, lots of things, even fish that are going to eat the hair algae. So I'm not pulling my hair out, I'm not stressing too much. I am aware of it, and I am planning on dealing with it. But other than that, I haven't got any problems. The corals are doing great, they're slowly growing. The fish are doing great, they're slowly growing as well. There's no major problems there. And the tank's just happy as anything, ticking over. Lovely thing to have on my desk, really nice. I do have a few plans for this tank in the future, which I'll definitely keep you guys updated with. As for the maintenance, for those of you that are freshwater keepers out there thinking about dipping your toe into the saltwater life, it's really not that bad. It's about once a week. I do a 30% water change, and what that involves is filling up mostly salt water and a little bit of RO water, because that key point to remember is that, of course, when your fish tank evaporates, the water's evaporating, but the salt in your salt water is staying behind. So over time, what you'll find is, if you don't do much maintenance on your tank and you see that water level dropping, you're going to notice your salinity is going to shoot up. And to counteract that, you either have an auto top off, which I do not have at the moment, or you just add enough fresh water, RO water preferably, as this really does help minimize algae. And what that'll do is keep your salinity relatively stable. I don't have to worry about it too much in this tank, because my corals are all pretty hardy, soft corals, leather corals and things like that. So I don't really need to worry too much about keeping it, exactly perfect at all times. But I do try my best once a week. I make sure that any tiny bit of evaporation I top off. But luckily with the lid on this tank, there's not much evaporation at all. So yeah, once a week I do a water change. I have to clean the glass. For the last month it's been going through a phase of having a bit of algae, like I mentioned before, and maybe once every 2 weeks I'll take the sponge out. So I'm still running the stock filtration on this fish tank, so I'll take the sponge out of the back sump portion of the tank and rinse it in old tank water and put it back. It's usually not too dirty, and of course it's good to remember that the idea behind most marine tanks is the bulk of your biological filtration is actually done by that rock that we've got in the middle of the tank, that nice purple looking rock. Now, one thing that I do also do once a week is use a turkey baster. It's just basically a big tube with a sort of thing that you squeeze on the end, and I use that to blow any detritus, algae, any sand, anything really that's gotten caught up in the rock over time, because obviously in a marine aquarium with a lot of flow you do get things building up around that main rock structure. So I just blow off any debris from that rock, clean the algae off the glass, do my water change, and that's it. And then once a day I feed my fish. So it really isn't too bad. It's probably about 1 hour a week I spend on this tank, and it looks absolutely stunning. You know, I love marine tanks. I love the simplicity of it. It really helps you focus on the fish. I think the fish are so colourful, so many options out there, especially if you get larger tanks. But I'm really happy with these two little clownfish, and you know, they can live for quite a long time. And you know, they're still babies at the moment, so it's going to be really cool to watch these guys grow, and I'll take you guys along for the ride. So I hope you've enjoyed this little quick update. I enjoyed making it. I do spend a lot of time watching these little guys. They're such good personalities, very territorial if I go anywhere near the tank. I think they associate me with food. The female, the larger one, I don't know if she's actually turned into a female yet. That's something that clownfish do. They all start off as males and turn into females. The larger of the two, if I put my hand in to do any maintenance, she does bite, which is quite funny at the moment because it doesn't hurt. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and what I'll do now is I'll just leave you with some calming music and let you sit back and enjoy the tank. And then if you stay to the end of the video, I've got a little message for you guys, and I hope you enjoy. Okay guys, so we come to the end of this video. I really do hope you've enjoyed this one. As you can see, the clownfish are doing great, slowly putting on a bit of size, and my new crab, hermit crab, is doing great. The only downside is a bit of algae, but hopefully I'll sort that out in the future. If you guys have any ideas on how to fix the algae problem, please let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And what do you think about this tank? Please let me know your opinions, guys. I really want to know. And if you have enjoyed this video, please remember to smash that subscribe button
and smash that like button, okay guys? And like I said before, leave a comment. I really do love to give them a read. So till next time guys, it's bye for now. Have a good one.